everyone and welcome back to my vlog. So today I'm off to Pineapple right now to interview Brittany Cherry. For the people that don't know who that is, you'll probably know her from the Ed Sheeran Thinking Out Loud video. She was the girl, not Ed Sheeran. So yeah, I'm heading to Pineapple now where she's teaching a workshop and I've been invited down to interview her and put her in my vlog. So very exciting. Brittany,
Hi.
Brendon, lovely to meet you. I'm the one interviewing you. Yes. Is it Brittany or Brittany?
Oh, either way.
Either way, you don't care, right?
Yeah.
Today, for my vlog, I'm interviewing Brittany Cherry, and Brittany Cherry is notably famous for her Ed Sheeran video, which I checked today has had 1.7 billion views.
Wow.
It's in the top 20 most viewed videos in the world. So, wow, well done.
Wow.
So first off, obviously we are short time, so we'll be as quick as possible.
Yeah.
But just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you started dancing, where you trained, just a little bit.
Hey guys, I'm Brittany Cherry. I am from Provo, Utah, which is in the United States. I grew up dancing there, started at the age of 3, and I fell in love with it. I started ballroom when I was 5 and danced competitively my entire childhood and in my entire life, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. And at the age of 13, I started working professionally and somehow found myself dancing in an Ed Sheeran music video, and my life has changed forever.
So you've had a seriously incredible career. I had a look on your website and I've seen the credits. So it's incredible. What was the most defining moment for you in your career so far?
I think the two most defining moments in my career personally has been, one, dancing with Ed Sheeran in his music video, Thinking Out Loud, and 2, dancing for the US versions of Strictly Come Dancing, which is called Dancing with the Stars. I've been involved with that show for the past almost 10 years, and it's become part of my family, and it's been one of my favorite jobs, as the video also has. They have both been so shaping. I've learned so much from both of those jobs and opportunities, and I am so blessed.
Okay, so out of all the artists you've worked with, like Taylor Swift, Pitbull, Hugh Lewis, Kevin Hart, Jennifer Lopez, Meghan Trainor, and of course Ed, I feel like we're going to get the same answer, but who is your favourite to work with?
Oh, well, that's not fair. I would say my favorite that I have had the pleasure of working with is, of course, Ed. I think that our experience that we shared with my partner, Paul, was a more intimate experience. When I'm dancing with the other celebrities, it's very much artist, dancer, separate worlds. Everyone's been a pleasure to work with. I've never had an experience where somebody's like, I don't know, just not fun. But definitely working with Ed and working with his team and going on tour and teaching him and pushing him to do something that maybe he never ever thought he would do in a million years was by far the most amazing experience, and bonded everyone on that tour. And we've all become somewhat of a family.
And how do you think that's changed your career since then?
To be honest, I've sort of carried under the radar of that one. It's cool because not a whole lot of people know that I am the dancer in that video, and it's kind of awesome because, I don't know, it's surreal, really, but I don't know, I get to be like, oh yeah, that was me, like, whatever, and people are like, what? I had no idea. It definitely was a game changer in the sense of I learned a lot about myself and a lot about working with people and working with artists and how to approach certain things, and it was definitely a life learning experience.
So you were born with different hearing conditions in each ear. How does that affect you as a dancer, and how have you overcome this?
So I have 100% sensory neural hearing loss in my right ear and 30% conductive hearing loss in my left. A lot of people, when they hear that, they're like, whoa, how do you hear music? And I'm like, I hear it just the same as you do. For me, personally, having sensory neural hearing loss means that my brain just doesn't register any sound in my right ear. In my left ear, conductive hearing loss means that I have hearing loss in a certain tone range. So men with deep voices or bass notes or low frequencies are very, very difficult for me to hear. So growing up, learning how to identify those tones and those sounds, especially when it comes to music, was very difficult. Luckily, I was involved in ballroom dancing, and that's with a partner, and my partner Brendon, who now does Dancing with the Stars with me, has always been so helpful, and that was a trial and error time. You know, he would like squeeze my hand when I didn't really hear the music, or he would like mouth me the counts sometimes, just because I'd get a little lost at a young age. But over time, I've learned to adapt and just learn how to identify sounds, and yeah, I like the way I am.
My blog is about educating dancers into thinking more like an entrepreneur and treating themselves as a business, utilizing business skills and social media. What key advice would you give to dancers who are trying to make it in this industry?
I think my biggest advice to any dancers who are wanting to make dance and their hobby and their passion a career is know your worth. You are worth so much more than what you're normally offered. And that's a hard pill to swallow at times. And it's important not to get too prideful, because you do have to earn your way, as everyone else does in every other job and every other industry in the world. But oftentimes dancers are asked to bend over backwards and touch the sky for exposure, or a pretty penny, a small penny, or even a free meal. Dancers are asked so much, and just know your worth, and sometimes it's not worth it. And also, my other advice would just to be take care of yourself. You never know when your last time is going to be dancing. I personally, I had shoulder surgery a couple months ago, and that was definitely eye-opening. So just make sure you're warming up and taking care of your body, eating right, not partying too hard, because I know it's very easy for dancers to get a little excited. And yeah, just take care of yourself and know your worth, and always love it.
So what changes have you seen in the dance industry across your career, and what do you think has influenced them? Let me speak higher. What changes do you think you have seen in the dance industry over your dance career, and what do you think has influenced them?
Okay. I think for me as a kid, dance started taking off in the public eye, I guess. When I was a child, when So You Think You Can Dance started, and Strictly Ballroom came to, Strictly Come Dancing came to the US as Dancing with the Stars, it gave dance a much bigger platform and much more accepted socially and respected art form. I think before it always was very much so the theater, and that's how people saw dancers. So I think that those shows alone have given dancers and artists the opportunity and the platform to be creative. And also YouTube. YouTube has been one of the biggest influences in dance, and I think in art in general, because when I was a kid, we didn't see how good the other kids were. We just knew how good we were, or the competing studios around us, and we would go to dance competitions, and it would be okay not to be the best, because then you just go home and work a little bit. But now kids have social media, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and everyone can see how, like, what the top-notch kids are, and people are inspired and they're driven and pushed to be the best. Kids, there are so many kids that are way better than me and that are going to be stealing my job here pretty soon, but that's amazing. And I hope that my career and my performances and my work has somewhat inspired those kids to be their best. And I think that is phenomenal. I just wish that we had that when we were kids.
One thing I want to see in the UK industry is more of an entrepreneurial education in the dance schools. Is this something that's happening in America already, or is it also something that needs to catch up a little bit?
Dancers are very uneducated in terms of them and what they deserve and their rights, and what is wrong and what is right in the workplace, and how to handle those situations. I think that's a global problem, because dancers are, I think, the most mistreated artists there are, and most unappreciated, because we embellish everything. You watch commercials, you watch movies, you watch games, you watch anything, and dancers are always embellishing everything, and they are always taken advantage of. And I think in the US we have something called the Dancers Alliance, which is a group of very well-known choreographers in the industry that get together and try to tackle these problems and try to get dancers' rights and try to get us health insurance and, you know, everything that a normal career desk job has. So just educate yourselves, try to stay involved, try to educate your friends, and let's try to do this together.
Okay, so what's next for you? Is there anything exciting in the pipeline you want to tell us about?
I'm a free bird right now. Right now, currently, I'm out of season of Dancing with the Stars, so I'm sort of just traveling and teaching. I love traveling and meeting all of you guys. I hope to teach you or dance with you one day, or you teach me. I think that's a very important thing that dancers need to understand, is you're always constantly learning from each other. But as far as me and anything in the woodworks, nothing I can announce right now, but I'm just excited for whatever is to come in my future.
And lastly, what's your Instagram and what's your YouTube so everyone can follow you?
Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Dance10Brittany.
I will put it in the bit below.
Damn.
Thank you so much for letting us interview you today, and you're about to teach a workshop, so we're going to film some bits for you as well, which you will see on the video now.
Can't feel no doubt, 'cause you keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It does.
Whatever your motive or intention or story or background is, just make sure you're doing it genuinely and from a place of happiness, because we're only here because we love it.
Here with me now. It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now. It doesn't really matter.
In the UK, you guys are apologetic about doing things wrong. You're nervous about doing it wrong. But that's what dance is all about, especially here in a sweaty, hot dance studio. This is the place to get it wrong and to fall flat on your face because you are living your life and going, yeah? Because that's what this is all about. It's all about trial and error and putting your heart and soul. There's no reason to half-ass it, you know? Because maybe tomorrow you have an injury and you won't ever get to dance again. It's a very, very real, very serious thing. I've had to learn the hard way. So just make sure you're doing it unapologetically. Don't ever feel like you're going to get it wrong. I don't care if you don't do any of your routine. I don't care. As long as you're committing and being confident and emoting some sort of intention wherever your story is coming from, whether that's out of fear or excitement or sadness or happiness or whatever, just fully go for it, okay? Sorry to put you on the spot, but I'm here to push you, make you better, and you should never be scared, because this is a very welcoming and warm community, because everybody here is being vulnerable. Everybody is wearing their heart on their sleeve, literally. Yeah, and their hearts come out when they dance. And that's a very